Today's lesson is a reading lesson. We'll be looking at a text and then answering questions about it. Now, we've already practiced inference skills a lot this year in power reading lessons, so take your time to read the text carefully, and then when you're ready, you can answer the questions. But first, let's read the text together. How to grow your own spring daffodils. Across the UK, daffodils are commonly viewed as the first sign of spring. Here is how you can grow these beautiful flowers at home. This is best completed in October to give your daffodils enough time to grow before spring. You will need daffodil bulbs, a clear patch of soil, and a trowel. Step 1. Using your trowel, gently dig a small hole in the ground that is deep enough to fit 2 bulbs inside, one on top of the other. Step 2. Ensuring the roots of the bulb are facing down, place them in the ground. Step 3. Cover your bulbs over with soil. Step 4. Enjoy watching your fabulous flowers grow. Okay, so that is the text, how to grow your own spring daffodils. Now we're going to move on and we're going to look at the questions. When you are answering the questions, you can rewind the video to go back to the text, just to have another read through to find the correct information you need. Okay, so quick questions. Now they are really quick questions. The question types that we've got, for example, find and copy, you have done those in power reading. So you have already got those skills. You just need to apply them to this text and these questions. Okay, so I will read the first question and you can pause it to write down your answer and press play when you're ready. Or you can go back to the text and have a read through and then come back when you're ready for the next question. Question 1. When is the best time to plant your daffodil bulbs? Question 2. Find and copy the phrase that makes you think the author really likes daffodils. Remember, the author is the person that wrote the text. Question 3. Why do you think you need a clear patch of soil? Question 4. Which word tells you that you need to be careful when planting daffodils? Now, let's have a look at the answers and we'll work through them one by one. So, question 1. The answer for question 1 is October, and it says, when is the best time to plant your daffodil bulbs? So it says the answer is October. Now, if we go back to the text, we can see, let's have a quick scan. Remember, when we're finding information from a text, we don't always have to read it word for word. We can skim read or we can scan it. So that's a quick way of finding the answer. So let's have a look. We've got no information there. Here's how you can grow these beautiful flowers at home. Oh, this is best completed in October to give your daffodils enough time to grow before spring. So I know that the answer to question 1 is October, and it tells me at the start of the text. So question 2 was, find and copy the phrase that makes you think the author really likes daffodils. Now remember, Year 3, a phrase is part of a sentence. So it's not a word on its own. It's not a full sentence. It is part of a sentence. So let's have a look at what the answer is. So for question 2, you can have either beautiful flowers or fabulous flowers. Okay, let's have a look in the text and see if we can find it. Let's have a look. Anything that tells me the author absolutely loves daffodils. Ooh, let's have a look. Here is how you can grow these beautiful flowers at home. So that's one answer you could have. Now, the second one, it said fabulous flowers. So at the top, I can't see fabulous flowers. So that must mean that it's further down in the text. So I'm just going to scan the text. So it's not in this bit, not in here. Step 4. Enjoy watching your fabulous flowers grow. So can you see how the answers weren't all in the same place? I had to read the text and skim through it. Question 3. So question 3 says, why do you think you need a clear patch of soil? Now, this question is a bit different to the others because this question, you can't go back to the text to find the answer. This question, you need to give your opinion, so what you think, okay? So we might all have different answers for this one, but here are some that you might have. So question 3, the flowers need space to grow, or if there are other plants nearby, there may not be enough room for the daffodils to grow well. So if you've got something along those lines, something similar to those answers, then you've got that one correct. Now we're on to the final question. It says question 4. Which word tells you that you need to be careful when planting daffodils? So we need to look in the text and find a word that means the same as careful. We've done that before. Can anyone remember what it is called when you've got a word that means the same as another word? I'm going to ask you that at the end, see if you can remember. So let's have a look in the text. A word that tells us we need to be careful when planting the daffodils. So again, I'm going to skim through, scan the text. I'm not going to read it word for word. Let's have a look. So it tells me what I need. Oh, step 1. Using your trowel, so that's a small spade, gently dig a small hole in the ground. Gently dig a small hole in the ground. Gently means the same as careful. Okay, so the answer for question 4 is gently. Now, I did say before, what is that special word for when one word means the same as another one? And that is a synonym. So when you've got two words that mean the same, but they don't look the same. So you might have beautiful flowers, but then you might also have pretty flowers, because beautiful and pretty mean the same thing. Okay, how many did you get correct? Next week, I will be uploading another reading lesson and see if you can beat your score. See you next week. Stay safe and keep working hard.